All right. Well, welcome. Joining Michelle and I this morning. Michelle's going to be practicing with us. I'm recovering from a bit of a shoulder injury, so I'm not going to be able to practice today. But we got Michelle here. And yeah, so let's get started. When you're ready, let's start as we usually do by lying back, closing your eyes, and breathing. And taking the time to settle in. Taking the time to turn your attention, your awareness, right here. Drawing the mind away from all those other distractions, all those other obligations, so that you can be right here. Especially when all those other distractions and obligations seem so overwhelming, so impossible to draw our mind away from. The easiest place to start is with the breath. Just noticing it. Just feeling it moving in. Feeling it moving out. Continue to practice drawing the mind here, having it settle in. Just a few more breaths, just a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready, release the breath, drawing your knees in. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight. And you gently rock from side to side. That sense of movement, shifting the body. Then back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. A smooth rhythm back and forth. Coordinating with the breath and feeling that next inhale draw you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. Then inhale as you rise up, Tadasana. You find your balance. The torso's tall, shoulders back, hands to your heart. And inhale as you take the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. You get the hands to the floor, bending the knees if you need to. And inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose, top of the push-up. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward for your back bend. And exhale, pressing the hips back and up, down, down. And you settle. You can pedal the feet, roll the shoulders, sway from side to side, whatever feels good. Trying to wake things up. Trying to lengthen out. Then inhale, the right foot steps forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, folding over your legs. And inhale as you rise all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. Exhale as you lower. Inhale for cobra up dog. Exhale, pressing to down dog. The heels are heavy. The tailbone's tilting towards the ceiling. The low back hollows out. Get that nice long line in the back of the body. That opening out. Inhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, folding over your legs. Inhale, rising, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, opening the hips. Left foot back, plank pose. Nice and stable as you exhale, lower. Inhale, opening across the collarbone. Exhale, pressing to down dog. Getting all those major muscle groups, all the major joints, flexing and extending. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, rising, reaching. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. Good. Nice and smooth. You still feel those full breaths. You feel it coordinating with the movement of the body, finding that full range of motion. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Left leg back. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. You find your pace. You're settling into your practice, your body, your breath. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Right. Exhale as you lower. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right. Inhale, rising, reaching. Exhale, hands to your hip. You relax the arms, you close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. And with the big toes close, heels apart, you bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms gently. You sit the hips as low as you like. The thighs hug, the tailbone draws down. You feel steady. You feel grounded. And in turn, you're able to work that lift and reach of the arms a little bit more, knowing your foundation. Then exhale, you straighten the legs as you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got, toes, ankles, shins. Letting your weight drift forward towards the top edge of the mat as the tailbone tilts up, working into that forward fold. Drawing that length through the backs of the thighs. Then inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands as you float or step back, down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, the right foot steps forward, warrior two. The front knees bending as close to 9 degrees as you like. As the hips sit down behind that right thigh, you try and feel that your hips are level. So that the torso is neutral, just nice and vertical, stacked on top. And taking those deep breaths here. Expanding outward, opening up. Then inhale, you straighten out that right leg. You turn the toes in so the feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat. And exhale as you fold forward between your legs. The hands land comfortably down. You can start to walk them back. And the head hang heavy. Using the traction of the palm on the floor to help you draw yourself in tighter between those thighs. And deep forward fold. And lifting up halfway. You're going to keep your legs exactly as they are, feet parallel, knees straight as you walk your hands towards the top edge of the mat, trying to bring them to the outside of that right foot. Reaching long. You get that deep lateral stretch here. And as you work into that fold, there's a tendency to let that bottom shoulder start to dip under, almost like you're twisting back towards the thigh. Try and keep the shoulders level. So it's more like a forward fold over the outer edge of that right leg. Good. And coming back to center, you take a breath. And this time walking your hands to the top edge of the mat, you let the knees bend as the feet turn and step back, down dog or vinyasa. Then exhale, the left foot forward, warrior two. Nice balanced stance. The eyes are soft. Straightening out that left leg. You turn the toes in. This time sweep the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Open across the collarbone and exhale as you dive forward. You release the head to hang. The arms draw away from your back. Trying to squeeze the palms together as best you can. Trying to draw both shoulders back evenly as you fold forward. And be active with those legs here. Quads engaging, kneecaps lifting. Hip flexors engaging, drawing you into it. And release the hands to the floor. You lift up halfway. And again, without changing anything about your legs, you walk your hands towards the top edge of the mat, trying to take them outside the outer edge of that left foot. You work a bit of a deeper reach through that right side, that right shoulder, pulling away from that right hip as you try and bring the torso around the corner there, folding over that lateral line of the left thigh. Then back to center. You take a breath, letting the body hang. And this time as you walk your hands to the top edge of the mat, you turn the feet, low lunge, stepping back to down dog or moving through a vinyasa. And a gentle bend in the knees. You look up between the hands and inhale, float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, you rise all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. From here, you're going to step that left foot back behind you about 3 feet, roughly the middle of the mat, setting up for pyramid pose. The arms come behind your back. And you can interlace those fingers once again, broadening the collarbone. And on exhale, you fold forward over that right leg. Bowing the head, drawing those knuckles away. Good. Inhale, rising back up. Bring your hands to your heart. And you're going to step forward, drawing that left knee out in front so you're standing tall on your right leg. From here, we're going into tree pose. So you open that left knee up and you place that left foot at that right ankle, right calf, or high on the inner thigh. And hands start together at your heart. When you feel ready, you can take the arms up overhead. If you like to turn this into weeping willow, you bring that right forearm down, that left forearm down to that left thigh as you start to reach long through that right arm. Starting to open up a bit of a lateral stretch here through the right side of the body. Maintaining that foundation. Good. Nice and smooth back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that left foot on the floor. Tadasana. You relax your arms, you take a breath. Then the right foot steps back about 3 feet, roughly the middle of your mat. You take the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, draw the collarbone, and exhale, bow forward, pyramid. Be active with your legs. There's a tendency when we fold forward here, we just kind of lock the legs and we fold the torso into it. But you want to be active here. The thighs engaged, the feet firmly pressing down. Holding those hips. Allowing the torso then to feel like it's reaching away from your hips as it folds out over that left leg. Then inhale, rising up. Hands to your heart. And you just draw that right knee forward as you come to standing on that left leg. Then turning the right thigh up, placing that right foot at the ankle, the calf, or high on the inner thigh. If you like, you take the arms up overhead. And then maybe taking that right forearm to the right thigh as that left arm reaches long overhead. Inhale back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that right foot on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step back, down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, high lunge. From here, we're going to bring the palms together and drop the thumbs between the shoulder blades so the elbows point up. Nice and open through the underarm. The sternum, the center of your chest tries to lift up. A nice opening as you sit low and long in those legs. Then straightening the arms up, you slide your thumbs to your heart as you twist to the right, revolve side angle. You can always open those arms up and do a T or bind around the thighs, you twist tighter. But keep pressing back through that left heel, that left thigh is active. The legs are strong and you get that nice deep twist. Good. Inhale back to center, high lunge. Then we're going to spin that back heel in warrior one. You take a breath, set your stance, and take the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, and bow forward for humble warrior. As the torso drapes towards the floor inside that right thigh, you can always adjust your stance. Sometimes it feels like the hips are sitting a little too high, so you can always take that left foot further back, sinking those hips lower down, opening up through the thigh. Good. And exhale, you release the hands to the floor as you step back, down dog or vinyasa. Moving with your breath. That smooth rhythm. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, you place the foot between your hands, high lunge. Then palms together, thumbs between your shoulder blades. Opening the underarm. And the head press against those forearms to give you a little extra leverage to work the arms open. Breathe deep into the upper chest, feeling the rib cage flaring, expanding open on those inhales. Then straightening your arms. Slide the thumbs to your heart, and you twist to the left, revolve side angle. Taking any arm variation you like. Good. Perfect. Inhale back to high lunge. Then the heel spins in, warrior one. You take a breath. Then take the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. And you fold forward, humble warrior. Try not to let the torso or that left shoulder rest on top of that left thigh. You want to drift to the right just a touch as you fold here. So you start to go past that thigh. Good. And release the hands as you step back, down dog or vinyasa. A gentle bend in the knees. You look between your hands and inhale, float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Then with the big toes touching, heels slightly apart, bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms gently. You set your base, the thighs working together, then palms together, thumbs to your heart, twisting to the right. Again, you can open those arms as you twist tighter. If the palms are together, you press that left or that right hand down into the left, using that to help roll that right shoulder back. Then inhale back to center chair, hips low, arms high, take a breath. Then palms together as you twist to the left. Good. This deep spinal twist here. A tight rotation along the back. And back to center. Chair pose. From here, we're going to bring the arms straight out in front, parallel to the floor. Shift your weight forward so the heels peel. And on exhale, slide those hips down imaginary wall. Then sit yourself down. Once the hips touch down on the floor, we're going into boat pose. The heels lift. And we're doing 3 rounds. Knees can be bent or straight. The torso lifts, the collarbones broad. Good. Cross and hug or cross and lift. Then bringing those legs back out. Knees bent or straight. Trying to sit as tall as you can through the torso. Low back drawing in. Cross and hug or cross and lift. Third and final one. Good. This time as you cross the ankles, roll forward and you float or step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, crescent lunge. Left knee lowers, toes uncurl. The hips sink as the torso and arms sweep up overhead. You draw those hips down and forward as you reach the arms up and back. Nice long crescent curve. Nice and open through the front of the body. And exhale, the left hand to the floor as that right arm reaches up for crescent twist. You can stay right there. You take that right arm back, the left knee bends, and you catch hold of the outer edge of that left foot. Make sure you catch the outer edge. That left shoulder still rolls open. You're still twisting to the ceiling. If you want to lower down to that that left forearm, feel free. Good. Then coming back to center, hands to the floor inside that right foot. We're going to curl those left toes and lift that left knee. And setting up for side angle, the left heel spins in. Keep that right hand inside the right foot as that left arm and left side sweeps up to the ceiling. And you can stay there with the arms into a T, or wrap that left arm behind your back, catching the inner thigh or catching hands. Keep pressing into the outer edge of that back foot, that left foot, so you get that slight lift to the inner left thigh. You're nice and suspended from leg to leg. Then exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Taking a vinyasa, going straight there. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, crescent lunge. Lowering the back knee, uncurling the toes. The hips sink as the torso and arms sweep up. Good. Release the right hand to the floor. The left arm reaches up, lizard twist. The shoulders can stay stacked, or you take that left arm back, bending that right knee, and catching hold of the outer edge of that right foot. Maintain the twist as you draw the heel in, maybe lowering down to that right forearm. Good, back to center. Both hands to the floor inside that left foot. And curl those right toes and lift that right knee. Right heel spins in as that right side sweeps up to the ceiling, side angle. And if you'd like to wrap that top arm, feel free. Catching the inner thigh or catching hands. Nice low, long stance. Nice and open from arm to arm. Whether you're binding or keeping the arms into a T, you're opening up across the upper chest. Breathing into it so the sternum, the center of your chest, is moving away from your belly button. Then exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. A gentle bend in the knees. You look up between your hands and inhale, float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, you rise all the way back up. Exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, take a breath. Then with the palms together at your heart, adjust your balancing body and mind. We're going into extended hand to toe pose. So the right hand goes to the right hip. The left arm goes straight out in front. Then shifting the weight to the right arm, inhale, you lift that left leg up as high as you can. When it won't go any higher, then you catch hold of either the big toe or bending that knee and catching behind the thigh. And as you feel steady, find your base first. Then maybe start to work through the progressions. Maybe you're working on reaching down to catch that big toe. Maybe you're working on straightening out that leg. Maybe you're working on starting to lift that foot up towards the ceiling, drawing it away from that right thigh. But whichever step you're working on, most importantly is that sense of stability. Tall through the torso, grounded through that right leg. Good. We're going into campus pose from here. So you start to bend that left knee if it's not already, and place that left ankle just above your right knee, making a figure four with your legs. Then hands back to your heart. And you can start to bend into that right knee, sitting your hips down. You can take the arms up overhead. That'll lift your center, challenging your balance. You can fold forward over that leg, giving you a deeper hip stretch. Or think about taking this into flying pigeon as you fold forward, getting your hands to the floor. The shin crosses your triceps. And you start to lean forward, just like you would for crow pose. Shifting out towards the top edge of the mat, so that right foot floats up behind you. Good. You got about 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, nice and smooth with control, you come out of it. Rising up, placing that left foot on the floor. And you relax your arms. You close your eyes if they're open and you take a breath. And preparing for the other side. Hands start at your heart. That gesture balancing the body and mind. Then we'll bring that left hand to the left hip. Right arm straight out in front. And on inhale, you use those hip flexors to lift that right leg up. Then you catch hold, the big toe or behind the thigh. And as you feel steady, then you start to work the progressions. Catching the toe, straightening the leg, or starting to lift that foot up towards the ceiling. Good. And nice and smooth, making our way to camper's pose. Knee bends, you place that right ankle just above that left knee. Hands together at your heart. And maybe starting to bend into that left knee, sitting the hips down. One-legged chair. Maybe taking the arms up overhead. Maybe starting to fold into that calf so you get the hip stretch. Or starting to fold over that calf so you can get the hands to the floor for the arm balance. If you're going for that arm balance, once the hands touch down, that right shin crosses from tricep to tricep. And the right foot can flex so that it hooks outside that left upper arm. That'll give you a sense of stability as you lean into it, trying to lift that left foot up behind you. Take your time. And nice and easy wherever you are. You start to rise up. You place that right foot on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step to down dog or through a vinyasa. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Low lunge. We're going into Hanumanasana, so the left knee lowers the toes and curl. The hips shift back so that right leg can straighten out, right toes peel. And you can stay right there folding forward, isolating those 3 hamstring muscles of that right thigh. Or you can start to slide that right heel forward, working towards your full splits. Wherever you get where you are, you just settle in. You soften the eyes and you turn your attention to your breath. Nice full inhale, complete exhales. Then starting to draw that right foot back. We're going to make our way to sitting down. So you're going to sweep that left foot over to the right edge of the mat so that you can sit your hips down behind that left foot. We're going into Janu Shirshasana A. So the right leg is straight out in front. That left foot is on the inner right thigh. The arms reach up overhead. And exhale as you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got. Nice and long. And inhale, lifting up halfway as we turn this into revolved Janu Shirshasana. So the right palm turns face up inside that right leg. And you take that big sweep of that left arm overhead. Left hand aiming towards those right toes. Maybe it catches hold of the foot. Maybe it just keeps hovering out there, reaching, opening up that deep lateral stretch. And inhale, rising up. You relax your arms. We're turning this into elephant pose. So you're going to take that left foot and draw it over top that right thigh. And then draw that left foot back outside that right hip. Trying to get the knees to stack and the thighs to cross as tight as you can. Then that left arm reaches up once again. And you bend the elbow, hand between the shoulder blades. That right hand can work on that left elbow, drawing it back and up. Or you take the right arm out in front, tracing the horizon and catching hands behind you. You can stay sitting upright, or you can fold forward, leaning into those thighs. Good, inhale, rising. You untie your arms. And you untie the legs, just crossing the ankles as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, you step the foot forward. And lower the right knee, uncurl the toes. The hips shift back so that left leg can straighten out. Hanumanasana. Folding forward over that left leg. Or sliding that left heel forward. Good. Nice and easy. Start to draw that foot back if it's slid out. And then you're going to sweep that right heel towards the left edge of the mat so that you can just sit your hips down behind that right foot. The left leg is straight out in front. The right foot's on the inner left thigh, Janu Shasana A. The arms reach up overhead. And exhale, you fold forward. And take a couple breaths here, getting low and long out over that left thigh. Then inhale, lifting up halfway. That left palm turns face up inside the left leg. And you take that big sweep of that top arm overhead. Aiming for the toes. Keep that top shoulder rolling back, that right side turning up towards the ceiling. So that you really isolate that deep lateral stretch. Good. Inhale, you rise up. You relax your arms. Setting up for elephant pose. You take that right foot over top that left thigh. Trying to stack the knees and get a nice tight cross of the thighs. And the right arm reaches up. The right elbow bends, hands between the shoulder blades. Left hand can work that arm up and back, opening through the underarm. Or you trace the horizon as you take that left arm behind, catching hands. And then you can stay sitting upright or start to lean into those thighs. Notice if you start to lean, that top elbow is going to have a tendency to kind of lean with you, but try and keep lifting it up, staying open through the underarm. Good. Then inhale, you rise up. You release the arms, untie the legs. Cross the ankles as you roll forward, down dog or vinyasa. Then sliding forward into plank. And on exhale, you lower to the floor. You stack your hands, you rest a cheek. You breathe. Then preparing for 3 rounds of bow. You bend the knees, you reach the arms back, and you catch hold of your feet or your ankles. If this bothers your shoulders, your knees, your low back, you can always do it with straight arms, straight legs. And on your next inhale, you lift up. Lifting the torso, the thighs up off the mat. Whether you have the bind or the limbs are straight. Just trying to pick the body up off the floor. And exhale, relax. Take a nice full breath. Then inhale, you rise once again. Lifting as high up as you can. Exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, you rise up. And exhale, relax. When you come down, you stack the hands, rest your cheek. Nice full breaths into the belly. Then hands on the shoulders as you press your hips to your heels, child's pose. You tuck yourself in. And the torso drape over your thighs. Inhale, rising up. You sit over the side of your feet, bringing the legs out in front. Paschimottanasana. The legs are straight, the feet are flexed, the arms reach up. And on exhale, you fold forward. Catch and hold of whatever you get. You bow your head, close your eyes. Then reaching out beyond your feet as you rise up. You sweep the arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. And lie flat. You take a breath. Then preparing for 3 rounds of back bends on your back. The knees bend, the feet are flat. The arms alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing bow. And on your next inhale, you press down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you like. And exhale, relax, lowering down. Nice full breath. Then inhale as you rise up once again. Nice full breath here. Feeling the belly, the abdomen opening up. Then exhale, relax, lowering down. Third and final one, on an inhale. You press down to go up. And on exhale, you lower down. Once you come down, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins, nice tight squeeze. And taking the arms alongside the body, palms flat, legs go straight up. You hang out there or shoulder stand, toes towards the floor beyond your head. Once the hips lift, you bend your elbows, hands against your back. And you take the legs up to the ceiling. Then once you're upside down, whether it's legs up the wall, legs up in the center of the room, or shoulder stand, you try and relax the feet, the ankles, the calves, the thighs. Letting the lower body rest, suspended in air. A few more breaths if you want any variations. You can wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Send the legs wide, scissor them apart. Lotus, a twist. Then coming back to center, if you're in shoulder stand, you take your toes towards the floor beyond your head for plow. The hips are high, low back's open. Then release the hands, fingers point forward, and nice and easy you unravel. Come to lie flat on your back. Once down, the legs are on the mat, the arms alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press into your hands and elbows to lift the head and torso. You arc the spine towards the ceiling, rolling the shoulders back. And release the crown, the head towards the floor. Nice full breaths. And exhale, lowering down. You draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. Then taking the arms in the cactus arms, elbows bent 90 degrees. And you release the knees over to the left. One final twist. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Or you tuck your hands behind your knees, catching a right upper headstand. If you're doing headstands, you take your time. You stay up as long as you like, coming down whenever you're ready. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. And turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins, and you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment and see the full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back. Chest lifted, heart is open. Back and the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. And palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much for practicing with us. Hopefully my shoulder's better next time and I'll be able to practice with you as well. But great to have you join us and see you next time.
And thank you, Michelle, for